Hill. She was given the title of CBE. She is an English author. She won the Somerset Maugham Award in the year 1971 for her book I Am the King of the Castle. She was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the 2012 British Honours for Services to Literature. Summary of the chapter. On the face of it. This is an expression which means that something is good when we take a glimpse of it, but upon a closer look, it is not so, or vice versa. This is a play featuring an old man, Mr. Lamb, and a small boy, Derry. Both of them are physically challenged. Mr. Lamb has one leg of tin and Derry has a burn scar on half of his face. The scene is of Mr. Lamb's garden. Derry goes to the garden thinking it to be empty and gets scared to know that the owner of the garden is present there. He tries to go away, but Mr. Lamb asks him to stay back. Derry feels that he looks ugly and terrible and is afraid to look at himself. He says that he hates being with people and that his face got burned up by acid. Mr. Lamb tries to change his perception. He says that everything is God's creation and interests him. He says that weeds are same as flowers, both being green, growing plants. He finds no difference between the two. Similarly, he says that all the human beings are same. Derry says that they are not the same, to which the old man replies that their age is different, they have physical problems, but these are not important, so they are not different to each other. Derry feels that Mr. Lamb can hide his leg under his trouser, but there is no way for him to hide his scarred face. Derry refuses to accept his thought, which he had also heard before, that a person's physical appearance does not matter as much as his inner beauty does. He talks about the story of Beauty and the Beast, where the ugly beast turns into a handsome prince upon being kissed by the beauty. He says that he won't ever change like that because no one will ever kiss him as his face is scarred. Even his mother kisses him on the other side of his face. Derry is reminded of the teachings he hears to think of other people who suffer more than him and still remain brave and never cry nor complain. He recalls an incident when he overheard two women talk about his face, and one of them commented that his face was such that only a mother could love it. Mr. Lamb advises him not to listen to everything. He tells the boy to think positively about everything, just like he finds the buzzing sound made by the bees to be a song and he likes it. Derry says that he would not have entered the garden had he known that Mr. Lamb was there, as it was trespass, and moreover, he did not like being near people. The old man advises him to lock himself up in a room in order to avoid people. He encourages him that he should not feel bogged down by his facial scar, rather be thankful to God as he has his limbs, he has a brain with which he could accomplish everything. He tells Derry that he has many friends and that he is also one of them. He considers anyone who is not an enemy to be his friend. Mr. Lamb tells Derry that apart from a bomb that can blow up your limb or a bottle of acid that can burn your face, there are worse things that can blow you up from within. The words that a person speaks can be so powerful that they can either blow you off or strengthen you from within. Mr. Lamb says that Derry is always welcome to his garden. Derry offers to help him pluck the crab apples from the trees and wants to take permission from his mother, but feels that she won't let him come back again. On the contrary, Mr. Lamb says that it is Derry himself who would not want to come back again and not that his mother would stop him. He tells Derry that he need not agree to what others tell him and that when he waits, watches and listens, he will himself come to know what he actually wants. Mr. Lamb goes towards the bees and Derry shouts at him in anger that he will return to the garden. In the next scene, Derry goes to his mother who warns him not to go to that garden again. He tries to convince her that he is a harmless man and he just wants to be there, sit and listen to talks. He ignores her order to stay back and goes to Mr. Lamb's house for inspiration to succeed in life. The next scene is back in the garden where Mr. Lamb is climbing the ladder to pluck the crab apples. He falls off the ladder and just then Derry enters the garden. He runs towards Mr. Lamb and tries to talk to him, but as he is silent, the young boy feels that he has lost the inspirational old man and starts weeping. Difficult words from the chapter. Wind falls here means that apples have been blown down the trees by wind. Daft means foolish. Dribble means drop saliva from the mouth. Peculiar is strange. Trespassing means to enter someone's land or property without permission. Miserable means in a bad condition.